Hey there folks, Chumpesque here bringing another audio commentary, and today we have a game between Moondance, who's the yellow night elf, and I think Phoenix Fast. Obviously, Phoenix is a clan that's very popular in Asia. Remind and Soccer are two sort of well-known members of it, so certainly this is a very high level player, and because they don't just let anyone in, and it looks like it is going to be an elf mirror on Echo Isles. We're immediately seeing a bit of divergence in that Moondance is going to be creeping out this Merc camp first, obviously, and Fast is going to be creeping out this smaller camp here. Unfortunately for Fast, he didn't send out a scouting wisp, and he could try and aggro the creeps onto this Ancient of War, which can really screw you up, maybe even force you to go for like a Huntress build or something instead. But it looks like what we'll be seeing is just sort of standard openings from both sides. Unlikely to see Priestesses of the Moon, Huntresses, or anything like that. Probably going to see some teching from both sides. Maybe certainly dots are quite common on this map, though bears and the Dryads are also viable. So we're gonna have to see how they decide to play this out. Demon Hunter first, I imagine, for both sides. Yes, Demon Hunter first, both for both sides. Moondance's Demon Hunter actually a bit later than Fast's, but certainly that's not going to make a huge deal. And it looks like it's actually quite interesting that Fast is going to be creeping out this camp. Obviously it is possible to put an Ancient of War here and then creep out this camp. I always prefer doing it on this side because you have this sort of nice little area where you can build it. It's a lot easier to creep it out, obviously because you're a lot closer with this Ancient of War. You can just eat this tree and get straight into it, whereas here sort of it's almost a bit of a commute to get for these creeps to actually make it all the way here, and you do generally want to pull the creeps in. So meanwhile it looks like Moondance is now scouting out what Fast is doing, and you will be seeing this creeping. Obviously, by building that Ancient of War a bit earlier, instead of using your third wisp, using one off gold, and then putting that third wisp straight into gold, you can start creeping this out a bit earlier, and that just means that you'll be able to see that Fast will be able to finish this camp a bit earlier. He might even go and harass now with his Demon Hunter. Yeah, now that he's picked up the item, he has no reason to keep his Demon Hunter around, so he's just going to go harass. And meanwhile, it looks like some creeping here by Moondance, obviously not going to kill any units with his Ancient of War, and just going to pick up all his experience. It's such a nice camp to creep. And it looks like Fast might be just a bit too late, although his Demon Hunter has now been slowed, so we're going to have to see whether or not he can actually finish off this camp. It looks like actually Fast might get here just in time to maybe try and get a mana burn or something off, but a Troll Shadow Priest actually being picked up, that's pretty unusual, and it looks like Fast has got here in a good time. He will be able to at least threaten Moondance, force him to take a bit more damage, and you can see this Shadow Priest actually taking a lot of damage now. We'll need to be careful, and Fast actually could get the kill off here if he was, yeah, he does go for it, and he does manage to get it, and actually looks like he's going for a Hunter's Hall build, and then so we're going to be seeing maybe some late tech from him, or maybe even a transition to Hunters, which would be quite unusual. Fast taking a lot of damage on his Demon Hunter and doesn't get the kill, but does get the +9 claws. Very nice item to get, although it's a shame he couldn't get that level 2, and he's now at such low hit points, he really needs to get out of here, and that's just it's just so unfortunate because it's gonna mean that he's gonna have to use all his moon juice. He'll barely be healed up, and looks like Fast is gonna be going for a Huntress build actually. Really interesting play here, transitioning away from sort of what would be considered a standard build. Wisp block here coming in, doing a lot of damage there, and it looks like this Demon Hunter will finally be able to get away. Obviously no boots for either side yet. The boots are just coming into the shops now, and it looks like, ooh, is Moondance going to buy an item? No, he's going to go creep out this Ogre Magi. Bringing in an archer as well. Needs to be careful not to get that ensnared or focused, but he should probably be okay as long as he uses hide with enough time to spare. And it looks like, yeah, we are just seeing this Hunter's build, no tech, and I imagine Moondance is going for some sort of tech. Yeah, Moondance has already started his tech, hopefully going to be putting up a Hunter's Hall soon. Obviously you don't really want to be going dots against Huntresses, but it looks like Moondance actually going to creep out more than one of these camps, picking up a Roar Scroll. That's really not good. He should probably just sell that now, although I guess he could keep it for later considering he's not going to be particularly pushed for gold at this point. And Moondance actually forgetting to set a rally point here. That's a bit careless. It's so easy to do, although he has now remembered it. Just whenever you reroute your Ancient of War, it's so annoying that the rally points don't remember. Looks like actually, are we going to be seeing some Mercs being picked up here? Yeah, we are. That's quite sensible, picking up the Berserker and the Shadow Priest. Obviously, if you're going for so many Huntresses, having that really high damage output, piercing damage output, is so nice, because it really means that Dryads are very viable in this situation. But it looks like this Demon Hunter he's probably just gonna go pick up some items here. He could try and creep it, but at this point he should probably be worrying more about preparing to push before a huge tier 3 army, or even tier 2, but I imagine tier 3 army comes out from Moondance, who is getting very close to level 3 on his Demon Hunter as well, considering that Fast is very sort of low. He's barely level 2. This could cause problems. And Moondance has hit level 3 now, so we will get that really nice mana burn off. But you can see Moondance just doesn't have the army to sustain it. Those Hunters are so nice against archers, so nice against berserkers, and they're even not terrible against the Shadow Priest. But even if you are having trouble with the Shadow Priest, you can always just mana burn them away. And you can see Fast, even with this inferior Demon Hunter, just able to do so much damage and getting a nice Hunter's block off there. The Demon Hunter looks like he will just about manage to get away, but being forced to TP away at the last second. He did actually survive that mana burn, but I think he just he knew he wasn't going to get away from that Huntress, so he decided to TP away before he took too much extra damage. And we're not seeing a Hunter's Hall actually up for Moondance, I don't think. No, this is very weird. I'm not sure what he's doing. I'm very surprised Fast is creeping at this camp, because he's going to take so much damage on his units just at the time when he really wants to be pushing. And it looks like Ancient of Winter's going up. I'm not sure what Moondance is doing. Maybe he's going to go for Mass Ancients of War or something. Ancients of Wind going up. I really don't approve of this strategy. I mean, Dots are just not good against Huntresses, especially like even if you get master trading, they're certainly not that great. And a lot of wisps here for Fast. It's very possible we're going to be seeing a tower rush from Fast. I think that could be a very strong. But obviously we do have that Ancient of War, or that Hunters all up, and we do have a whole lot of almost 700 lumber up for Fast. So that's gonna be more than enough to sustain 5 wisps at 80 lumber a piece for those Ancient Protectors, and that's really gonna be causing a lot of trouble. Because obviously even if these Ancients of Wind, even if this one Ancient of Wind even goes up, that's gonna be really causing a lot of trouble for Moondance, because obviously they're unarmored, and all that damage from the Ancient Protectors are going to be doing so much damage. Here comes the Ancient Protectors here. He has enough for 5 Ancient Protectors. Will he put them all up, or will we leave at least a couple wisps around for repairs? No, it looks like he's putting up all 5 Ancient Protectors. This is going to be a really strong push from Fast, and I'm not sure how Moondance is going to try and is going to survive this. And it looks like this Demon Hunter still walking around. Interestingly, he never sold that Scroll of the Beast. I mean, it's not the worst item in the situation, but actually, is Moondance gonna scout this out? It looks like actually Fast is gonna be happy to attack now, because he figures his Ancient Protectors are halfway done. They'll be up pretty soon, and they will be able to do some damage eventually. And Moondance doesn't manage to buy any items before his shop goes down. That's a bit unfortunate. He probably would have liked to buy a healing potion or something just to be safe, so especially if he'd scouted out all these Ancient Protectors, which are now going up. Roar Scroll actually being used now, and you can see Fast has bought all these mercs, so he knows he's in trouble. He knows that he doesn't need to be saving up for bigger and better things. He just needs to hold off this push, and then he can probably take the win. But at the same time, 2 of these Ancient Protectors are now up. One of them was cancelled, and it looks like this Demon Hunter taking a lot of damage now for Fast. He will need to get this out of here. Actually, he does have a TP, but he shouldn't use it if he does go down. It looks like oh no, he does go down at the last second to a couple Archer Volleys. That is so unfortunate. But now this Demon Hunter in so low hit points, that healing potion would have been so nice to buy in. So both Demon Hunters go down. Just the Naka left for Moondance, the only hero left. And so Fast might. Actually, Fast accidentally creeping out this camp. These Ancient Protectors are going to take ages to take down these Trappers. But looks like he will just be able to eat some trees to heal up, assuming that we don't see too much aggression from Moondance. And it looks like both Demon Hunters are being altered back. Is that right? Yeah, both are being altered back. So it's going to be a while before we see sort of another proper engagement. Obviously, it's just going to be Fast is just going to sneakily move up his Ancient Protectors, knock it up, root them all at once, finally finishing off creeping that camp. Obviously got no experience, not going to get a Demon Hunter up anyways, but it's just obviously you need to keep most of your Ancient Protectors down at any given time, just oh wow, don't want to be running those dots in there, just so that if you do get attacked, you don't just lose absolutely everything. And I think that was a bad position to root the Ancient Protectors. Fast should really move them in somewhere here, and then he can maybe try and uproot one at a time and just sort of leapfrog them in basically. And I'm a bit surprised that Moondance never put up a Hunter's Hall, never put up a ancient protectors. Those would have been so nice. And Tree of Life now going down from Moondance actually, so like really that's what he's spending his money on. He's trying to get an expansion here. Obviously not much maneuverability here for Fast. He has to sort of stick basically next to his Ancient Protectors, so he won't really be able, even if he does scout out that expansion, he won't really be able to do anything about it. And it looks like Moondance, even though he is being pressured a bit here, in a bit of a comfortable position. I'm a bit surprised he didn't go creep some small camp maybe during this brief lull. Maybe he was worried about the Demon Hunter being taverned back or something. But these Wisps are now being brought in just to repair these Ancient Protectors. And you can see a battle going on here, even though Fast has no hero on the field. And actually, a lot of units getting pretty low here. And I think either... Actually, he hasn't even got Nature's Blessing. I think that'll be really useful in this situation. You can maybe even get lots of Ancients of War. That'll be pretty nice. But certainly the way he's playing it, or the way he's adapted at least, is okay. I'm really surprised by these shots, to be honest. But that's should have been the big surprise. Both Demon Hunters are back now. Both are level 3, although the Moondance's one is pretty close to level 4. And you can see he's now picked up a healing potion. Such a wise move. And running dots right in there, he really shouldn't be doing that. And those dots go down so quickly to those Ancient Protectors. You really need to be careful if you are going to use it just for the Fairy Fire. Maybe even just on the Demon Hunter, just to try and focus it down. But because actually if Moondance had his Demon Hunter left alive, he would have been able to do a whole lot of damage to these Ancient Protectors, but unfortunately he just didn't have the tank that he would have needed, and so you can see he did have to sort of just stick around his base, and unfortunately he didn't really manage to do anything with his time. And Moondance now taking damage on this Ancient of Wind. Could uproot it, but it'll take a lot more damage, but he should be able to get away. But if he leaves it for much longer, it definitely will just go down, so there's not really much